This is JT, and I want to talk to you about hollow body pull-ups. For bodyweight strength training, I suggest that you perform your pull-ups in a hollow body position. And so the biggest difference between trying to develop bodyweight strength is that you intend to progress to movements that are more difficult to perform and require a greater degree of strength, but you're focusing on building strength. And this is how you're able to progressively overload the body to continue to build muscle versus standard body weight or calisthenic training that you see a lot of the time, where the practitioner never really moves past the basic movement, say push up, pull up, whatever the case may be. Once you have your grip and you have your full scapular protraction and retraction in place, like we talked about in the last video, then we want to look at what you're doing with your core and the rest of your body, your lower body. In a hollow body pull-up, what's going to happen is you're going to be bracing the core, you're going to have posterior pelvic tilt, pointed toes, and you're going to try to maintain total body tension. This is putting your body into a favorable position for manipulating the body. It also requires more energy. It's going to make the movement much more difficult than your standard pull-ups. So if you're used to hopping up and banging out 10 or 20 pull-ups, chances are you're going to perform fewer pull-ups in a hollow body position. So you might think, well, that's not good. But what happens is the tension is greater, your time under tension is greater for the exercise. It's making the movement more difficult, and you are going to build more strength and better musculature over time. So I'm going to show you what that looks like sideways so you can get a better view. If I do it from the front, it's hard to kind of see what's going on with the hips. So what you're going to want to do is hop up. So you're in a dead hang. You're going to point the toes. You're going to move your toes forward, maybe 6 inches to a foot. And then that's going to cause that posterior pelvic tilt. Is kind of a natural thing once you do that. You're going to brace the core, okay? And once you're here, you're going to have tightened glutes, braced core. So you're going to compress the core like this, right? You're not going to have open chest. You're not going to have open ribs. You're going to have basically compressed the midsection, posterior pelvic tilt, tension in the quads and the glutes, pointed toes. So it's going to look like this. Then you're going to pull. And you can see there, so that's what it's going to look like in the pull-up. Now, the reason that you want to develop this hollow body position to where it's second nature, at first it's probably going to be a little bit uncomfortable. You're focusing on tensing and tightening all these things. Once it's second nature, you're going to be able to transition that into more advanced calisthenics movements, like your levers and so on. So to give an example, like a front lever, okay? So you're going to dead hang, you're going to need that core stability, posterior pelvic tilt, tighten basically the musculature in the legs, in the glutes, brace the core. So that is, as you get to more advanced progressions, you're going to need a strong hollow body. So if you're just doing pull-ups, you don't necessarily have to do them in a hollow body. But if your goal is to eventually progress to harder types of pull-ups, the holy grail being the one-arm pull-up, for example, you're going to need that hollow body to make those advanced progressions easier. But it's going to transition into your lever work, even handstands, all your other advanced calisthenic movements. You're going to need a good hollow body position. So this is just one more instance where incorporating the hollow body is going to benefit you in a lot of areas with your body weight training.